Solace, a Rainbow Quest AU by FC Princess X, narrated by Enigma Glacier. Part 3. Responsibilities. Sir, I hope I'm not intruding, but Captain Light is here to see you. The Rose Guard quipped from my doorway, and I started awake quickly, my heart beating fast. Huh? Oh, send him in. I breathed out quickly as to not show I had been dozing off and clear my throat. I quickly cleared my desk and hissed slightly that I had gotten some papers damp by accident, though I'd worry about that later. Majority of the papers weren't all that important to me anyways, just notes I had been taking. I shuffled all the papers into a neat pile and organized my stuff before the hand on my arm caused me to jump and yelp. Light, for color's sake! I start to yell before he cut me off, his gloved hand now on my shoulder reassuringly. I did announce my presence by clearing my throat, your leadership. You were just too focused to hear it, he says softly with a note of concern in his voice. He was always worried about me, even though he barely knew me personally. I let out a small puff of breath and lay my head on my desk, exhausted. Light sighs and squeezes my shoulder, seeming to sense how tired I was. Another sleepless night, Em? He asks me softly as I close my eyes, a comfortable darkness enveloping me. I make a small noise to tell him yes, and peek an eye open to see his silver eyes locked with mine. He sighs, and a small smile comes across his face as he rubs my back. You could always ask for help, you know. My door is always open, and I'd be willing to ask time to help you as well. I'm sure he could use a distraction himself. Light adds, and I look away exasperated. I didn't need their help. My mentor, the old red leader, had taught me to be independent, and I didn't want to let him down. Even if he wasn't himself anymore, I still wanted to make him proud. I pushed myself back upright and leaned back in my chair, resting my hands on the armrests as I turned my gaze out of the window in front of me. The Red Kingdom was thriving outside, with the red steves walking around and talking with one another. One runs past with a stack of books, and I can't help but sigh. Oh, what would I give to go out and explore to gain new wisdom and knowledge? But I was stuck here in my office, managing paperwork and work requests for expansion of the kingdom. I didn't come here to check up on you, though it was my interest too. I need to discuss something with you, involving your choice to create trades with the other kingdoms, Light says with his tone he used to address his soldiers, and walks over to my window to look outside. I let my sleep-deprived eyes shut and open my ears to Light, already knowing this conversation was going to come up eventually. It always did. Light, look, I know you're concerned with knowing the kingdom has lived in complete separation away from other colors, but we do no good to ourselves if we don't try to improve our relationships with others. Trading crafts and knowledge will help everybody in the long run. I feel the people are ready to explore and learn new things. I mumbled tiredly as I pried my eyes open. Light glances back at me from the window and lets out a small breath before turning his attention back outside. I understand your reasoning, Em. Yet, as a friend, not just a work partner, I don't want you to overextend yourself. You've been losing sleep over this, and it's not a good look on you. I don't doubt your abilities to make decisions for your people, since I know you are making decisions based on knowledge. But you should at least take a break to rest more, Light says with a note of concern, and I reach up to run a hand through my fluffy hair. I hadn't had time to straighten it yet, so no doubt I looked like a mess. He was right, admittedly. All this work and worry had left me with less and less sleep, which was starting to affect my judgment. I was severely overdue for a break, and, as if to solidify that fact, I cover a yawn with the edge of my sleeve as Light looks back over at me. He raises an eyebrow at me, and I knew I couldn't worm my way out of this one. I sigh and pinch the bridge of my nose defeatedly as Light walks back over to me to help me out of my chair. I think a proper bed will suit you, a better resting place than your chair and desk, Em. Light chuckles lightly as he guides me out of my office and off to my room, his hand firm on my back to keep me upright. Light opens the door to my room and guides me towards my bed, where I gratefully flop down onto it. Leader or not, tiredness was the winner here for me. I barely hear Light shut the door and tell the Rose Guard something before I was out like a light. Any leader duties I had could wait until tomorrow.